seeing him behind the scenes with Justin Herbert would be great. Just to see him try and connect with his new quarterback. And apparently he connects with him quite often. Jim Harbaugh speaking today at the owners meeting about his quarterback and his relationship with him.
I've been talking to Justin every chance I get. Any reason I can, get the, call Justin, just check on it, how things are going on the ranch up in Oregon. I love hearing stories about that. Talking about cadence, putting in the schemes, offense and defense. I know, and Shane Days had multiple conversations. Justin's been in. He's gotten a few workouts in. I think that's hitting him really good. So, yeah, just that interaction. I just like hearing how his day's going.
Maybe Justin has the lava lamp.
Oh.
Maybe Justin bought the lava lamp from the garage sale from afar.
We can't have the lava lamp. We want it in good hands. We know it's in good hands.
Well, we know it's not going to be in ours because Jim let us know that it was sold at his garage sale.
That's so sad.
So in between garage sales and the pro day at Michigan and other things, getting ready for the draft, he's checking with Justin Herbert.
All the time.
Hey, Justin, what's going on?
Hey, you good?
What are you watching? Anything? What are you doing? What you up to?
Coming out to the coast.
How's the workout?
Texting him.
One of the craziest things.
Is Jim a meme guy? Is he sending Herbert memes?
One of the craziest things
on Instagram back
I have seen over the last couple of weeks.
Have a group chat.
And I'll see it. I'll see it on my X feed or wherever the hell else I'm out there, surfing. That is it possible that Jim Harbaugh would take J.J. McCarthy 5th overall and send Justin Herbert away?
Somebody actually said that?
Dude, I've seen it. Well, because two things. One, he keeps talking J.J. up. And one of the reasons why he talks J.J. up is because
that's his guy.
Yeah. That's his guy. But if you just want to give even just a hint of an ulterior motive, is if J.J. gets pushed up, that's 4 quarterbacks in a row. You know who gets the first overall pick in the draft if that happens? Him.
Right.
And if they want to trade out of 5, that's another way to put it. So it's a dual thing. It's a win-win. Keep pushing J.J. up because he's your guy. He's you're each other's spirit animals. And then if there's 4 quarterbacks in a row, guess who's got the first overall pick in the draft or would be willing to trade it? Him. And also the other reason is not just because do you remember when Pete Carroll went from college to the pros and everybody thought that he was going to go get, was it Taylor Mays? Remember that?
Yeah.
And he went Earl Thomas and everyone's like, what? You're not getting your safety from USC? It's like, no. That's history.
Yeah, that's in the
That's
past.
history. I'm now building my roster with who is my guys professionally.
Sure.
And everybody ascribes that to Jim as well. But in all honesty, too, a lot of Charger fans are freaking out that, okay, Keenan Allen gets traded. They just said, that's it. We're done. He's
balls,
gone.
basically.
And then Mike Williams, they let him go. And Austin Eckler, and he's gone. Jim was asked about Keenan Allen today. This is great. Jim Harbaugh's back in the NFL, people. Check it out.
It's the business part of the NFL, and everybody does what's best for them. Joe talked about it last week, but it's just very transparent. I mean, that's why you love the NFL. I mean, it's the business part of it, and everybody does what's in their best interest. And Keenan, make $23 million a year and play in Chicago. Who's got it better?
Who's got it better?
Nobody. He's referring to Joe Ortiz, the new general manager of the Chargers. Listen, I'm Charger fans, and
Get rid of Herbert is nuts.
That's not going to happen.
I know, but the fact that it's even out there.
I think some folks are a little bit twisted around here. And it's just like when Jim took the gig, all you heard is that the roster is going to have to change because it's expensive and the cap will not allow everybody to be there. And they said that, they try to get Keenan to either take a new contract with a cut or something, whatever it is. Keenan was just like, no. And they're like, okay, we'll send you to a new spot. And man, I mean, the Bears have got to be jacked up about that. And Keenan Allen's one of the best receivers in the game, but $23 million for a receiver when you need to make some choices. They made choices with Bosa and Mack, right? They kept those two guys.
Those guys restructured.
They told Austin Eckler straight up, like, listen, the way that, we're going to play the game, that's not, you can't offer it to us as a player. And in case of, you might think that's insulting, Gus Edwards is the guy that they went ahead and got. Like, that's what they're going to hit you in the mouth. They're going to roll downhill and hit you in the mouth. They're going to get that fullback going, and that's going to be the way Harbaugh's playing.
They're going to run play action, and Herbert's going to go up top.
Now, let's just say, then why are they getting Blake Corum? If not Eckler. I mean, they're similar in physical stature, but Blake Corum's more of the cowbell than Austin Eckler, to be very honest with you. And obviously, I'm biased. As you know, Blake Corum has told us last Friday after his pro day that his first top 30 visit is with the Chargers.
We love Austin Eckler, and he's just not a power, but I'm also carry back.
I guess I'm working my way to my ultimate point here with Mike Williams as well. And I say this with the ultimate of respect, because all three of them are terrific players, and they have been terrific players for a lot of fantasy teams. But put them together. How's that worked out for the Chargers? How's it worked out? How's it worked out for them? Hey,
zero.
And I know there may be a particular individual on our Rich Eisen Show staff who might be sitting at home right now saying, that I'm out of my lane here. Our diehard Charger fan. What's up, Smitch? Really? Like, how's it worked out? How's it worked out with Keenan and Mike Williams and Austin Eckler? And I understand that the wide receiver position is definitely defrayed when you're talking about it in these terms of seeing the two guys that you let one walk, one trade away, and another in a running back walk. How's it worked out? So Quentin Johnston's going to have to grow up fast, right? And I understand anybody else who's left there is going to have to grow up fast and make some plays. Let's see what they do in the draft. Let's see what they do in free agency between now and the regular season. And we'll see if the narrative is going to be in October, boy, Justin Herbert misses his weapons. And Jim overplayed his hand. And the offense that he's bringing with Greg Roman is just like watching paint dry. And Justin Herbert had it better prior to Jim. Or Jim and Roman will bring a different style that will suit a little bit better for Justin Herbert. And the receivers that they have will make enough plays. And defensively, they're going to give Herbert the football in better positions. And he will have some options offensively that, Keenan Allen won't be there with his 19 catches for 150-yard games. They may miss that once in a while, but let's try something else. How about that? Try something else on for size. You're giving this guy $16 million a year, and Jim, you trust. Am I wrong saying that?
No, they need to get younger. Seriously. They need to get younger and faster.
But look,
$23 million for a receiver in his 30s is just
too much. Can't do it.
Well, you can if you're the Bears. And for the Bears, it makes sense. Bring him in with DJ Moore for your rookie quarterback. Let's go. And certainly in Chicago, where you haven't had one of them like forever. And maybe it's a better fit for Keenan Allen. And I know it sounds crazy because Justin Herbert is all that and a biscuit. But it hasn't worked out in Charger land with everybody together.
But by you saying that, you can understand why some people might have said what Chris said, which is start from scratch, even with Herbert. I'm not saying to do that, but just by what you said, I can see some Charger fans going, look, this isn't working. Herbert put up a lot of sizzle, like you said, no steak. Now he's going to have to start again with no receivers and the guys he lost.
I think the issue is, and again, I'm speaking for Charger fans here, is that team's been great. Team still can be great. It's just the coach has just been the issue. It's been the issue. It's been the issue. Anthony Lynn wasn't the guy. Certainly when you're drafting someone like Herbert, then you get somebody in like Brandon Staley and just weird stuff. Remember we asked Brandon Staley when he first called into the show, like, how are you going to fix the Charger weird stuff? Mm-hmm. And he basically is just like, come up with your plan, stick with your plan, win the games, give guys a better idea of what to do during a game, and you'll be fine. And just weird stuff always happen.
Factual.
Always happen. From not taking the tie in Las Vegas where you're sending both teams to the playoffs to say, we're going to try to win, and then you lose, and then you're out, and the other team goes. And then fourth down and fill in the blank. Over and over and over again until the final nail in Las Vegas, getting blown out on Thursday night by a team that was toast, with all due respect to you Raider fans out there. So the idea would be just add Jim. Same roster, add Jim, now we're golden. So now you add Jim and he blows up the roster. And a lot of folks are like, well, what are we doing? I thought all we had to do was just add Jim. We're giving him $16 million. Well, Jim has his own ideas of what to do with the roster. Certainly when there are decisions you have to make at certain positions with the age that they are and how much money they're making. Maybe just in the same way that the Giants figure, well, we don't have to pay Saquon. We'll just plug somebody else in. And I know that doesn't appear to be working there. Probably a good idea for me to use this as an analogy. Maybe in Jim's offense, you don't need somebody who's going to be paid $20 million at wide receiver. And you might sit there and go, well, how the hell are we going to beat the Chiefs with that? Just wait.
More likely to make the playoffs. Chargers or Bears?
Chargers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
That Bears division is going to be.
It's not just that. It's a rookie. It's a rookie coming in. With a whole new, everybody's going to have to learn how to play with each other.
Doesn't matter. Stroud has ripped that up and thrown it out the window. That doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, but you're looking at like the exception, not the rule.
Well, the Bears have set things up in a way that looks,
Caleb Williams is entering a better situation than C.J. Stroud entered last year.
One would think.
Hey, Brockman, you better put some respect on Tank Dell's name.
Dalton Schultz is the
Dell, this time a year ago, no one ever heard of him.
Yeah, right. Sure. Dalton Schultz is the Komet, right? And what? Keenan Allen is the Nico Collins, with all due respect. And DJ Moore is the Tank Dell or the Robert Woods or
way better situation.
I know that. A lot of people might be like, how dare you even get, but I'll still go with Jim coming back, knowing his system, plugging it in, and being Justin Herbert's spirit animal and unlocking him in a way that doesn't matter that there's different receivers. That's all I'm saying.
Herbert has no playoff wins, right? His first 4 years. I think if Caleb Williams has no playoff wins in his first 4 years, that's an epic failure.
Well, and it has been here in Los Angeles.
But we still think
Justin
of Herbert
with all these guys that
everyone think of him as MVP candidate.
Justin Herbert with the guys that many Charger fans are lamenting is not here anymore. Zero. To the point, in comes Jim. Trust him is all I'm saying. And yes, I am one of those guys that feels like when it all comes down to it, that man-made lake in front of SoFi Stadium, Jim walked across it to sign his contract. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.